Craig Hennis alongside Steve Silverio, and we're back at the all-new Devon Nissan, 459 West Lancaster Avenue, Route 30 in Devon. And Steve, how do we start our first show?
Just do the deal!
And folks, yes!
Yeah, baby!
Now, Steve, I got to tell you, there's something about the end of the month and there's something about a holiday weekend. When you put those two things together, you get some big, big excitement. And speaking of excitement, we all know that excitement sells cars. And here at the all-new Devon Nissan, I know you guys are still excited about the momentum in July. The momentum is carried into this month. And I know this month, here in August, as we say goodbye to August and welcome in September, lots and lots of great things are on the docket right here at the all-new Devon Nissan.
Listen, I'm going to just say it. It's the last weekend of the month. It's Labor Day weekend. There's going to be a sale at this store that you've never, ever, ever seen before. Stay tuned. I need you to listen because you're going to have cash in your pocket for the holiday and a brand new or pre-owned automobile to drive better than the one you came in with. So whatever you're driving in with, twice as much as going back out that way. I'm going to tell you right now, stay tuned. Stay on this. Don't turn the channel. Stay right here on this dial because you're going to see it all today. Yeah, baby, let's go. Up to $8,000 cash back on that Murano. Up to $6,000 cash back on the Maxima. And remember, up to $6,000 cash back on the Road. Up to $5,000 cash back on the Altima or $199 a month. Up to $5,000 cash back on the Sentra or $99 a month. Sign and drive. Trade amnesty. Credit amnesty. Remember, it's August and we're accepting all credit applications. If I can't get you done, nobody can. And don't forget, we're closer than you think. And remember, Labor Day, close of business, it all ends. You know me, Philly. Just do the deal. What I'd like to do now is just get up and get on. So before you change the dial, let me tell you the best of the best right now. I've got $8,000.
What?
In cash. Ooh. For anybody that comes into Devon Nissan by Monday, Labor Day weekend, okay, and picks up a car, and we're open all day Labor Day. When you get here, we got $8,000 on a brand new Murano. Now, the problem has been the Muranos start out at $33,000, $34,000, but they can go all the way up to $46,000. And again, that's a lot of car, okay? There's been very little cash off on that car in the past, but I've got an overabundance of Muranos, and I want to move them, and I want to move them this weekend because we're coming into the 20s. 2020s are on their way. I want to get rid of these 19s, so I'm going to make it worthwhile. And again, I'm not asking you to come in and buy cars that are overpriced because they're on my shelf and help me out, okay? What I will tell you, though, you come in and buy one of these cars, and they, again, MSRP on the car may be $34,000, $35,000. And if I told you I had $8,000 off that car at $35,000, you can buy that car for $27,000. Look online. You can't get a 2-year-old used one for $27,000.
Wow.
Never mind a new one. Now, besides that, watch this. How do we break up the cash? For you folks that want to put 20% down, let's call it $3,000. Let's call it $4,000. You still got $8,000. What can you do with the rest of the money? It's your money. What do you do with it? Put it in your pocket. Put $3,000 down the car. Take $5,000 and walk out. I give you a check for $5,000. You give me $3,000. I'm down on the car. I call the bank with $3,000 cash down plus your trade. Next thing you know, you're driving out in an automobile.
Wow.
And you've got $5,000 in cash. Now, if you want, you can put $4,000 down. You can put $5,000 down. You can put the whole $8,000 down if you'd like. I don't suggest that. I suggest you put a little money in your pocket. It's a holiday weekend. Let's face it, the kids are going back to school. There's nobody out there that can't use a little extra cash to get those kids dressed up, get them sneakers, because let's face it, when I was a kid buying sneakers, it was $10 for a pair of PF Flyers, or they called them Converse in those days. I think they still have them. They were to $10. Today, I look at these sneakers. Today, I can't afford them. They're $250, $280. Now, I don't know if you're buying your kids those kind of sneakers. I hope to God now they've got better use for money than buying sneakers that they outgrow in 3 days. But I'll tell you this, whatever you do with the money, it's your money, but you've got some extra money to do something with. And we've got 2 more offers with cash back, just like this, okay, on other vehicles that are similar, or a little less money. So your price point will be a little less. the rebate will come down, or the cash back that I give you will come down. And I like to refer to it as cash back because it isn't all rebate, but it's money that you can do whatever you want with. Now, think about having $8,000. Now, if your credit's strong enough and you don't want to put anything down and you can handle the payment, you get the whole $8,000 back.
That's a great day.
Or how about if you come in and your trade's worth 5 and you owe 15, put 8 down. Now you're only 2,000 negative equity and you're out of your trade.
And you're going to help them get out of it.
And we're going to help you get out of it. So there's a numerous different things you can do when you got $8,000. That's $8,000 that you can do anything you want with, okay? You come down to see me. I'm going to show you a way to financial freedom. Come on down. And listen, if you got great credit, God bless you. You've worked for it. I'm sure you've maintained it. You're still getting $8,000 off any Murano for you folks that are shopping out there and you want to pay cash for a car. Think about a $34,000, $35,000 sticker car. You're buying that car for $26,000, $27,000. Think about that. A brand new 2019 Murano.
So, Steve, when it comes to up to $8,000 cash back on the Murano, what do you say to that deal?
Philly, let's just do the deal.
Now, we're working a little different today. We're going from the top to the bottom.
Okay.
So it seems to me the next vehicle we want to talk about is another vehicle that you never hear a cashback offer on or a rebate on. Certainly, we're talking about the Nissan Maxima.
The Maxima, 6-cylinder automobile. All the newest technology you can think of. It's way ahead of our competition. I don't care what car you pick, the Maxima is way ahead of the competition. It handles better than any car. Nissan is a sports car. Nissan is not so much this car that you just drive down the street and you go 45 miles an hour. Nissan is meant to be put through the curves, meant to be driven. Okay, when you look at the automobile, there's nothing nicer. I looked at a Maxima the other night. A gentleman had a black Maxima with a caramel interior, smoke glass, chrome wheels, and I said, holy smokes. I said, that car was bad. And I went up to the guy and I told him, I said, listen, sir, I said, I'm going to just tell you something. That car there, that's a bad car right there. I said, that car is nice. I said, how much did you pay for the wheels? He began to tell me how much you paid for the wheels. He got the smoke glass and everything else. Then his wife looks at me, or maybe his girlfriend or his wife, but it was a girl he was with. And he goes, hey, aren't you the guy? I said, what guy is that? First I got to ask, you know what I mean? What guy?
Qualified.
Yeah, who are you looking for, you know what I mean? And he goes, you're the guy that's on TV. I said, what TV do you think I'm on? He goes, well, I've seen you all over. Aren't you just do the deal guy? Hey, can we get a picture? I said, yeah, let's do a picture, all right. So we all got together. We did a little selfie of just do a deal. But I said, but I'm proud to see that you're driving a car that I sell, that Maxima. He goes, yes. He goes, let me tell you something. And unfortunately, I can't say I got it from you. You didn't. But guess what? Here's my business card. Guess where your second car is going to come from?
Coming from Just Do the Deal Guy.
I said, just do the deal guy. I said, no problem at all. But anyway, just to make a long story short, I've got right now $8,000 on the Murano. You've got $6,000 on the Maxima.
Steve, there is never a deal on the Maxima.
Never.
Why now? Why now?
Well, again, the 20s are coming. The 19s are here. I've got to get rid of all the 19s. What I don't want to get is on the short end of the stick that in September and October when those 20s start hitting, to have a lot of 19 leftovers. What I want is to get rid of the leftovers, get rid of everything, and give you a big, big reason why to come in and buy it.
Now, same thing holds true there with the cash back up to $6,000. You could take 3, put it toward the car, 3 in your pocket. You could do whatever you want. It's your money.
2, 6, and 1. I don't care what denominations you want to do, but I know this. You purchased a car, you're going to walk out with some cash because I'm going to make sure that you don't put it all towards the car. You're going to walk out with a check. That day, whatever day you come, whether it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, one of those days, you're going to walk out with a check and have some money in your pocket to take the kids shopping. Maybe you'll plan for a cruise for you and your husband, you and your boyfriend, whatever denomination, whatever combination you want to use, but it'll be for you to do what you want with. That's your money. All you got to do is come down and give me an opportunity to earn your business and get you out of the old car that you're in and get you into the new one.
Up to $6,000 cash back on the Maxima. Steve, what do you say to that deal?
Philly, just do the deal.
And by the way, folks, if Steve cannot get you approved, then who can?
Nobody can. Yeah, baby, let's go. Up to $8,000 cash back on that Murano. Up to $6,000 cash back on the Maxima. And remember, up to $6,000 cash back on the road. Up to $5,000 cash back on the Altima or $199 a month. Up to $5,000 cash back on the Sentra or $99 a month. Sign and drive. Trade amnesty. Credit amnesty. Remember, it's August and we're accepting all credit applications. If I can't get you done, nobody can. And don't forget, we're closer than you think. And remember, Labor Day, close of business, it all ends. You know me, Philly. Just do the deal.
All right, so as we continue to climb down the ladder, we're going to talk about a very popular, matter of fact, the #1 selling SUV, the Rogue. You teased on it earlier. Now, we know we've got the Maxima, $6,000 cash back up to. We've got the Murano up to $8,000 cash back. What about the Rogue?
The Rogue, again, I can't say enough about the Rogue. I have yet to run into any customer that's owning a Rogue right now that has anything bad to say about the Rogue.
They love it.
Not one customer. They say the price point was superb. You know, they start out at MSRP of $27,000. And again, I said they can go up to 38, depending on your level of equipment and how much you need, how much you want, what you want to spend. That's what they start at, okay? Minus the $6,000 that I'm about to give you on the car.
Ooh.
Same as the Maxima.
$6,000 cash back up to?
Up to $6,000 cash back on either the Maxima or this. And don't forget about $8,000 on the Murano. Now you got the Rogue. Sticker starts at $27,000. With $6,000 back, you can buy that car for $20,000, $21,000, $22,000 up to, depending on qualifications and everything else that goes along with it. But let me tell you something. How about that, folks? Huh? How about that car? Now think about this a second. Put that money in. We do probably 50% of the Rogues we do what we call an equity purchase program, which is a 36-month period. I like to refer to it as a trial period. You make 36 payments, and at the end of the 36, you can continue on. Or give the car back. A lot of people like to refer to it as a lease. I call equity purchase because that's what it is. You're building equity in that automobile to pay half now and half later. Okay, 50% of the car you pay up front. There's your payments, all right? Now think about putting $6,000 down on a car like that. Think about what your payments were on that car back in the day. Think about it now with $6,000 back, what your payments will be.
I got to tell you, between now and the end of the month, close of business Monday, Labor Day. Great opportunity to get up to $6,000 cash back on the Rogue. And by the way, Steve, cash back right now is fabulous. As you mentioned, you could do a lot of things with it. You've got vacations that people might want to take, the kids back to school, whatever. Christmas and the holiday season will be here before too long. That cash back will come in very, very handy.
Hey, I didn't think about it, but you only got... We haven't started counting down yet when to get through Labor Day, but you only got about 160 days left to Christmas. So, hey, you're right. We got back to school. We got a lot of things. We got Thanksgiving coming up here in a few months. Because think about it. This is the first weekend now. When we air this show, it'll be the first weekend of the new month, you know, Labor Day weekend, September 1st. And you're right. We got Thanksgiving. Hey, we got Halloween. Don't cost a lot of money. Put a couple of bags of candy in a bucket. Hey, kids, here you go. Trick or treat. Okay, that don't cost much. But when we get into Thanksgiving, hey, a turkey costs a little bit more. I heard they're going to be more expensive. They're just talking about it on the news. Okay, well, they got shortage of turkeys. I don't know what happened. Maybe there was too many foxes in the hen house. I don't know, and they ate all the turkeys, but they said there's going to be half the turkeys in the world last year. I don't know if it's a way just to up the price or whatever, but hey, who cares, right? Okay, I'll get a turkey breast. Anyway, they've got Thanksgiving, then right after Thanksgiving, you got into Christmas. These become very, very expensive holidays, very, very expensive holidays. And you got back to school. They don't call that a holiday, but let me tell you, it's a holiday for some parents. They got their kids back to school. Mom, you get to do it.
Freedom
from the kids for the summer. Cause
you've got financial freedom, and they've got freedom from the kids.
Freedom from the kids, all right. We all love our kids, but hey, it's nice when they go back to school, right, Mom? You know, hey, bye, kids, see you later. The school bus driver's got them now. That's it. I don't see you till 2, 3 o'clock. Okay, but with all that, again, $6,000 back on that Rogue. Heck of a deal. I'm putting my money where my mouth is. I've got 8 on the Murano. I've got 6 on the Maxima. I've got 6 on the Rogue. And next I got coming up is an Altima and a Sentra, which you're going to sit there and say, you said you're saving, you did the best first, but the numbers that you're about to hear on these 2 automobiles, you're going to say, no, these are affordable automobiles for the prices I'm about to give you.
I'm ready. Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Let's start with the Altima, okay? Altima. S model Altima. $199 a month. Sign and drive. What that means, folks, is all you need is a pen. If you don't have one, you don't bring one, don't worry about it. I supply the pen. All right? $199 a month, sign and drive. $199.
Now, if somebody wants a little cash back.
Okay, how can we do that?
How can you do it, Steve?
Right.
What do you have?
If you don't want to do the equity purchase program, which is the $199,
which is great,
and you never want to use all that cash to get to the $199, I don't have a problem with that. Okay? You want to finance the car, buy the car, pay cash for the car? I've got $5,000 on that car.
What?
All right? Now, that car there could be a very reasonable payment because, again, the Altima starts out at $24,000, and you can finance that car, have a very reasonable payment without putting any money down.
You gotta love that.
You gotta love that, and put the whole $5,000 in your pocket. Now, when you get up to the Murano, you might have to take some of that because you want to get a low amount of payment because you got a car that's 30-something thousand minus the 8. And get it, but if you want to put some back, you got to add it. But on the Altima, what I would do is carry a little bit more of a payment because let's face it, the average car payment today, people don't realize this, but the average car payment today is somewhere between $475 and $525. And that's on just a $20-something thousand, $25,000, $30,000 car. And I don't care how good or how bad your credit is. That's what the average payment is with the good, the bad, and the ugly. So let's face it today, folks. Anytime you can be in the threes, 350, and get a brand new car, and keep in mind, purchasing a car for me, well, we've never really discussed this, but when you come in, we tell you about it. We have oil changes for life. I supply 2 oil changes a year. Factories today require of you 7,500 miles. You do 15,000 a year, I take care of both your oil changes.
Good deal.
I take care of your emissions. I take care of your inspections. And that's with any price. I give you 8,000 back on the Murano, guess what? You still get the oil changes. I don't say you don't get those because I gave you too much money back.
Not an either or.
Not an either or. That comes with every car. Emissions, inspections, and oil changes for life. And I don't care. And let's face it, today you're using a lot of that, what I like to refer to as the Mobile One. I guess it's called the synthetic oil. They have a lot of multi-grade synthetics. Those oil changes back in the day were $24, $25, $28. You don't find an oil change now less than $45, $50, $60. So I'm taking care of 2 of those a year. I'm taking care of your emissions, take care of all your inspections. Wow. That's on a new or pre-owned.
Steve, when it comes to the Altima, $199 a month or up to $5,000 cash back. Steve, what do you say to that deal?
Philadelphia, just do the deal.
Sentra time. Sentra time.
All right, Sentra is not the entry-level automobile. We certainly have a Versa, but let's just take the Sentra right now. Sentras start out at $20,000, $21,000, $22,000 for an intermediate model. You can get them up to 24 tops, but let's call it a $21,000, $22,000 car. Guess what I've got off Sentras? $5,000. I've got over 20% off. You see a lot of the domestic automobile dealers now giving you 20% off. People are going, ooh, 20%, 20%. Well, guess what? If you look at mine, mine's more than 20%.
That sure is.
At $5,000 off, a $22,000 car, it's a hell of a lot more than 25% or 20%. It might be closer to 25. Okay, but I'm telling you now, it's $5,000 off that automobile. And again, if you want the equity purchase, you want to pay for that car for only 3 years. You pay me $99 a month. Hey. Sign and drive. Just bring a pen again. $99 a month times 3 years, let's call it $100. It's $3,600 a year to drive an automobile. It costs you $40 to $50 a day to rent a car. A day. It'll cost you $800, $900 a month to rent that car. I'm giving you that car to own that car, all right? You're paying for half now, half later, 36 months, $99 a month. It don't get no better than that. You got kids going back to school. You want to give them something safe for the road. You want to give them something economical. You don't want them to get in trouble. You've got a $99 a month car payment, folks. Let me tell you something. My cell phone bill is more than that, and I'm sure yours is.
And Steve, when it comes to all of these offers and getting folks out of their trade with trade amnesty and credit amnesty, if Steve can't get you approved, then who can?
Nobody! Yeah, baby, let's go. Up to $8,000 cash back on that Murano. Up to $6,000 cash back on the Maxima. And remember, up to $6,000 cash back on the road. Up to $5,000 cash back on the Altima or $199 a month. Up to $5,000 cash back on the Sentra or $99 a month. Sign and drive. Trade amnesty, credit amnesty. Remember, it's August and we're accepting all credit applications. If I can't get you done, nobody can. And don't forget, We're closer than you think. And remember, Labor Day, close of business, it all ends. You know me, Philly. Just do the deal.
Part of being able to do these things that we have never done before is the fact that when it comes to getting people approved, if you can't get them approved, Steve, who can?
Nobody can.
How do you do it, Steve? How do you get people approved that nobody else can?
Well, again, we'll keep going over and over and over. For years in this market, again, we've sold over 11,000 automobiles, and we keep raising that ticker. Selling cars, and again, 72% of the market is below a 600 credit score. Don't worry about your credit score. Everybody comes in, oh, I'm a 480, oh, I'm a 520, oh, I'm a 440. Don't worry about your credit score. Let me worry about your credit score. All I want to see is if you got a job, even if you're driving a car now, you're behind on your payments, let me take care of all the details. That's what you're paying me for. That's what you're buying a car from me for. If you go to every other dealer and you worry about all this and it becomes your problem, get out of that store. Leave it. Come over here. Sit here. Let me know the details, where you want to be on payment, how much money you have down, where you're working, and how much you make a month, and I'll take care of all the rest for you.
Now, Steve, I know a few months ago you started talking to folks about you wanting them to go back on the road to financial freedom. And that's a big part of what you do by getting people into a new vehicle, getting them out of their trade, getting them out of a tough credit situation, and getting them into a brand new Nissan in a lot of cases.
Well, let me tell you, we just had a deal on Saturday. I was at my used car outlet stop in Bensalem, Pennsylvania, just a little bit outside, 5 minutes outside the greater Northeast, Philadelphia. And let me tell you something. We had a gentleman come in. He said, Steve, this is going to be my third car from you. Okay, he said, when I first met you 2.5 years ago, I had a 440, 430 credit score. So it took me a little bit to remember exactly who. When I pulled up his credit, now I remember everything. I said, oh, I know exactly what happened. Okay, he had a 420, 430 credit score. We put him in another car. It wasn't the car he really wanted. But I said, let's get started here, okay? He had a couple repossessions prior to, which brought his credit score down. We put him in a car. He made 18 payments.
Ooh.
18 payments. Brought his credit score back up to 610, 620. When he came in Saturday, he said, you know, you're talking about trade amnesty. I bought this car 7 months ago. I want to trade it back in.
He's putting you to the test.
And he says, I want a better car. And I said, okay, let's pick out something. We had picked out an Audi for him, picked out a Q5, $30-something thousand car. I said, all right, but he's made in the last 24 months, he's made every payment perfect on both cars. I said, I can trade this car. He is now, watch this one, he's now a 717.
Wow, his credits really went up.
In 24 months, he went up to a 717. We didn't credit counsel him because that's not my job. I don't credit counsel nobody. All I tell him is that if you make your payments and you stay diligent to watching your credit and don't overspend, I can help you get into a nicer transportation than you're in. Because let's face it, a lot of people today, more so than not, don't own their own house. They don't make that very large purchase. Guess what the largest purchase that they're going to make in their life is this car.
Probably the car.
Probably the car. And let's face it, you want to drive a $30,000, $35,000 car like your neighbors, the only way you're going to do that is you got to have credit or a lot of cash. If you don't have a lot of cash, then you need the credit. And what I'm telling you, if you do what I ask you to do when I sit with you, and we go through what we feel is a feasible plan and take my direction and have a little faith, I'm going to tell you now, we'll have you up and running very, very quickly. So all I got to have you do, all I need you to do is come in, give me the shot, bring in a car no matter how much you think you owe. I know dealers are telling you, again, I'll give you another one. Late Saturday night, gentleman came in. This was 8:45. We got out of there at 9:45. He says, I've been to 2 other dealers up and down Roosevelt Boulevard. And both dealers told me I couldn't buy a car. I owed too much on my trade, blah, 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 blah. Oh. First of all, I looked at the trade. I said, how much you own this car? He says, I only have $5,200. Tell me it's worth $500. Well, the reality of this one is that the guy's car was really worth $6,500, real money.
Wow.
And he only owed $52. And I said, why are they telling you that? Well, they thought they heard something here, and they really didn't like the car because it was a Cadillac, had a simulated top on it. It was a nice-looking car back in my day.
Sounds like they were trying to steal his trade.
It sounded like they were trying to steal his trade. Exactly right. That's what I told him, okay? So I said to him, sit down. Let me see what I can do. He said, everybody's quoting me that if they did get me on the car, it'd be $805 a month, and it was on a $25,000 automobile, plus the negative equity, plus. I said, all right, how about if I tell you this? You can drive in a $30,000 right now, Audi. I'll take your trade-in. I'll pay the car off for you.
You're getting his attention.
And I'll keep you at $490 a month.
Whoa.
He says, Steve, he stood up and he gave me a hug. He said, if you can do that, I'm in. Can I have a car tonight? It's Saturday night. I'd like to be able to drive this car out to the club. I said, well, listen, we got to make sure you got insurance. We don't want to have any unforeseen accidents in our car. But okay, have a seat. Let me work the deal. Bang. The deal did it. $499 a month. And then he asked for a warranty, and it went up to like $510, $520. But that was him asking for it. And I said, down the road, and here we are at 10 o'clock at night, 10:05 at night. We're delivering a car to him in Ben Salem at the used car operation. And again, I want to thank everybody out there that was at my used car operation this weekend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me tell you something. We had a good time there. I'm telling you, Greg. We were there till 10 o'clock, 10:30. I was eating breakfast on Roosevelt Boulevard at 11:15, right in the diner. All right, Saturday night. But we had a great time all day. We sold a bunch of cars to a lot of people. 2 or 3 of those cars were previous customers from my old store on Roosevelt Boulevard. But I'm telling you, I had a great time. Thank you, folks, for coming in. You made my day that day of everybody that purchased a car. I know we got a lot of people coming back today that we couldn't get to on Saturday, and they're coming back on Monday and Tuesday. Don't worry about it. I'll be back right after I do this shoot right here. I'm going right back over the outlet. I'm going to be handling you folks because we're going right from here into the Labor Day weekend. Yeah, baby, let's go. Up to $8,000 cash back on that Murano. Up to $6,000 cash back on the Maxima. And remember, up to $6,000 cash back on the Rogue. Up to $5,000 cash back on the Altima, or $199 a month. Up to $5,000 cash back on the Sentra, or $99 a month. Sign and drive. Trade amnesty. Credit amnesty. Remember, it's August and we're accepting all credit applications. If I can't get you done, nobody can. And don't forget, we're closer than you think. And remember, Labor Day, close of business, it all ends. You know me, Philly. Just do the deal.
Remember, it is between now and the close of the month, actually Labor Day Monday, these offers are going on. Once again, we've got the Murano. What's the deal with the Murano?
We've got $8,000 off on the Murano. I've got $6,000 off on the Maxima. I got $6,000 off on the Rogue. I got $5,000 off on the Altima. I've got $5,000 off on the Sentra. I've got a $99 payment on the Sentra, a $199 sign and drive on the Altima. I've got every automobile in stock at the least amount of money that I can take for a car. Take advantage of it, folks. Come in. Make me cry. I'll be broke by the end of this sale, but don't you worry about it. Just do the deal.
Folks, I don't know what we could do to top that, but remind you, it all ends Labor Day Monday. Labor Day Monday at the close of business right here at the all-new Devon Nissan. Big-time offers, big-time savings, and the bottom line is, if you're upside down in your trade or you're out of equity, it doesn't matter. Steve will get you approved and get you out of your trade. Remember, if he can't get you approved, nobody can. Remember, it's going on all this weekend through the close of business, Labor Day Monday, right here at the all-new Devon Nissan, 459 West Lancaster Avenue, Route 30 in Devon. Remember, up to $8,000 cash back. Steve, what do you say to that deal?
Philadelphia, let's just do the deal.